Christmas in the past.
Good morning, Crypto Chaos. How's it going, guys? How's it going? Welcome back to another fun-filled day of chaos here, of course, on the channel. It is I, the Crypto Otaku, back yet again for some more chaos and coffee. Where you guys come for the news, but stay for the chaos. How's it going, guys? How's it going? Easy's in the house. What's up, Easy? Good morning, good morning. Yeah, Crypto Chaos says Cody. Cody's in the house, guys. How's it going, Cody? Fed boy, fed now. Yeah, man, that's right. Fed boy, what you gonna do? What you gonna do for us crypto dudes? How's it going? Yeah, man, that's one of my favorite shows as a kid. Cops, some good trash TV. Crypto JPEG says, morning Otaku Tuesday, let's go. Yes, guys, welcome to Otaku Tuesday. Yeah, Crypto JPEG bringing on the chaos. Gamma guys, a grand rising Otaku and Crypto fam. Let's get this money. Let's get this money, guys. Yes, of course, the Chaos Crew's all here and ready to go. Looks Cody rocking out to some of that jam in the morning. All right, guys, let's get into it. What do we got on the chopping block today? What do we got on the block today? All right, oh boy. Well, I can tell you right out the gate, we we got some more winning. Winning.
We're gonna win so much,
Jesus.
you may even get tired of winning.
I don't know about tired. But you know, it would be nice to be wrong again once in a while, you know, like before. But anyway, yeah, we called basically right on top of the goddamn baseline target. Look at this ridiculousness. Yeah, I was even like, oh, you know, it might actually come back down here and come back down and then correct in the same spot. No, we actually hit right out the park. Crypto Chaos Magic got us exactly going where we need to be. And basically the idea is, guys, now I was a baseline bear last night, but I was like, it's more going to be more baseline than anything. Of course, is what I was showing you guys with that target. And yeah, we played right on into it. And the idea still is, for me anyway, and I've seen a lot of these FOMC meetings. I'm kind of used to it, right? I'm a seasoned vet now for the last 5 years of this nonsense. And basically, we want to see basically Bitcoin stay down in these oversold levels for at least another day or so. We want to stay between 117 and 113, in my opinion. Even as low, maybe even as low again as the the super what do you call it, the golden pocket, right? The golden pocket right here is between 113,000 and 110,000. That's where everyone has of course placed their longs right now, and yeah, we could have a lot of that load in here soon. I'd be perfectly fine with that too, as long as we can keep this oversold before the Fed meeting and we don't just ride this on up to 120,000. Honestly, we're not that far away. It could happen. But yeah, I want to stay at least going sideways until the meeting, because that way we're going to get some sell off anyway. We're going to get some buy the news, sell the rumor, whatever. 25 base points is not going to surprise the market in any capacity. It's already priced in. So give us a little bit of fluff here so we can pump up after that extreme over dramatic price action occurs at the Fed meeting. All right, guys, of course, it's just a game. It's just a game. And I play this game just like Breakout on any other, you know, old school arcade game. All right, let's get back into it, guys. All right, so we got Bloomberg coming out this morning. You know what? I didn't really clip anything worthwhile this morning. I did do a little bit more diving into Michael Saylor joining the roundtable this morning. I think that's going to be behind the scenes. I don't think it's going to be a congressional hearing. I don't think it's going to be in front of anyone's eyes. I think that's going to be behind the curtain. Yeah, as more along the line, we've seen these meetings happen before, and they've never been public. So let's get back here, see if we can find anything more on that. $1 million Bitcoin Treasury push. Michael Saylor to attend Bitcoin Act roundtable this week. This came out 3 hours ago. One of the latest updates to this. And usually they will probably get in there between 10 and 10:30 is usually when they start doing this kind of stuff. If they have time. Again, it's kind of the time frames on Congress is ridiculous. Strategy executive chairman Michael Saylor, along with top crypto leaders in the U.S., will be attending the Crypto Roundtable at Capitol Hill in Washington, D.C. this week. The goal is to push forward the Bitcoin Act, which aims to acquire 1 million Bitcoin as part of its U.S. Treasury. Pushing ahead of the 1 million Bitcoin Treasury planned on September 16th, more than a dozen crypto advocates, again, we covered all the list yesterday. We'll be meeting with Senator Cynthia Lummis and Representative Nick Begich, Republican sponsors of the bill to establish a U.S. Bitcoin strategic reserve. Earlier this year, in March, Senator Lummis reintroduced the Bitcoin Act titled the Boosting Innovation, Technology, and Competitiveness Through Optimization Investment Nationwide Act, which is just a clever way, of course, to spell out Bitcoin and the Bitcoin Act. The bill proposes designating Bitcoin as a strategic reserve asset. All right, so yeah, and there's still no time frame on this at all. My guess is somewhere between 10 and 11. It's still in the morning, technically. I think 8:30 is probably too early, and they got other stuff to roll out with. That is on the chopping block right now. Tiny Mouse says, "Is it such a good chat today, Cody?" Oh no, Tiny Mouse is in the chat, guys. Watch out for him there. He's I don't know, man. He's sus. I still found all these in my walls, and I want to know what's going on because I have a suspicion that Tiny Mouse is NSA, CIA, or something. This looks like this just looks like a wire, right, guys? This looks like a wire. Damn it! Damn you, Tiny Mouse! Get out of my house! All right. That's just my opinion. I don't know. Just guessing. Someone did it. CIA, yeah, you did it. I know a mouse when I see one. A mole, more like a mole. You're a mouse. You're not a mouse. All right. Let's get back into what's going on today. See if we can pull up. Bloomberg. We do have about a minute and a half until the market bell rings. Hopefully, you guys are enjoying your day so far at work. Making as much fiat as you can before it's too late and the cycle is over. Again, it could start it could go parabolic next week, guys. After this meeting, you just never know. This meeting could actually go two different ways. We could see a chip down and a struggle out of this meeting with 25 basis points, or we could. Maybe it also depends on the rhetoric of Powell too. If he comes in dovish and says, "Oh yeah," honestly, I think it's going to be kind of bad rhetoric either way. I was like, "We got to cut. It's looking bad." Rubber. He's not going to come out and say those words specifically, but you have to watch and see what he says. The Fed chair tomorrow. All right, guys. Of course, look at Kim by the White Snow Lion on YouTube, bringing you the heat map for free. Don't pay for something you get for free.
What are you, stupid?
My God. Still showing us in that same level. Again, guys, landing right on top of our target last night. It's just going sideways, and it's fine. I'm okay with that. Let's just keep this down. Let's keep this down. Don't go any higher than 17K. We're still going to see a pullback either way tomorrow, and hopefully it's a smaller capacity. All right, let's get into Bloomberg, guys. Let's see what's going on. They should be ringing the bell here soon, any minute, any second. About 30 seconds, maybe 40 seconds over there to ring that damn bell. All right. See what else we got here, and that's pretty. Yep. We're good to go. And that is live. Yes, that is live. Come on, ring the damn bell. What the hell, Matt Miller at that race earlier this year. Come on, you ain't messing around. It's 9:30 already. Let's go.
Moments away from the start of trading. This is Bloomberg Open Interest.
20
I'm
seconds.
Matt Miller, looking at futures that are mildly higher after we punched through 6,600 yesterday, again to an all-time record.
All-time highs.
Futures are up just about 1/10 of 1%. Not quite that. A little bit more on the Nasdaq as tech stocks are moving higher, and the
7,000 before you know it.
Are down. I should note that the 10-year is just creeping down a little bit as well at 4.04. Here at the New York Stock Exchange, you've got Ralph Lauren, some kind of leadership team there. They've done well. The stock has more than quadrupled over the past 5 years, and the CEO is there as well, Patrice something French, as you would expect from Ralph Lauren. Down at the NASDAQ, you've got kind of the opposite going on.
There's Eric Trump.
Ringing the opening bell with American Bitcoin. He's deep into crypto, also still works obviously for the Trump organization, and that Trump family is absolutely cleaning up, just making a killing. Danny, what are you looking at?
Someone else making a killing. Larry Ellison probably adding, I don't know, another 10 billion to his wealth today. He added 10 billion yesterday.
Holy crap.
It's about the TikTok deal. Oracle surging up just under 4%. CBS News reported that it could play a crucial role in a TikTok deal between the U.S. and China, the structure of which has not been yet reported on, but Matt Trump saying moments ago that a deal has been reached with what he calls a big group of investors.
Yeah, and apparently Oracle working with TikTok to secure its data for quite a long time, which Caroline Hyde and the Bloomberg technology team know a lot about, but we're just learning
taking over the space, guys.
Tesla extending gains as Elon Musk says he's back at work. He's planning to go and check out a data center. He's going to talk to the robots
He wants to be the
team
first trillionaire. He's
Friday night. He's going to look at
let him
production of the actual cars. He's just doing a ton, and he put his calendar out on Twitter for you to see it if you don't believe it. So those shares continue to power higher as well. He's back in the #1 slot in terms of the richest man in the world. We are back with Citi's U.S. equity strategist, Scott Kroner. Let's talk about this rally, Scott. I mean, it's easing off a little bit today, but still looking at green arrows on the S&P and the NASDAQ. Do you think that this economy, maybe with Fed cuts, is going to do better, expand more than we may have expected previously?
I think that's the setup, Matt, and that's the way we're thinking about it. We still have been arguing for some time now that the equity markets are discounting something approaching soft landing, if not Goldilocks, where you get rates coming down as I think the Fed can get more close to a neutral policy perspective. At the same time, underlying economic conditions remain fairly supportive of fundamentals. The issue, very simply for us, is what's priced in at a given point in time. And as we pushed higher to this latest run up to 6,600, we just get a little bit nervous that in the very short term, meeting implied expectations is going to be a bit tricky in that Q3 reporting period. But the structural setup, I think for our perspective, it's all systems go.
When it comes to what's priced in, it is at least a bond market that's pricing in 5 rate cuts by next summer. Scott, if you go back to the last time we had a rate cut by the Fed, it was last December, and stocks sold off 3%. It was dots that suggested we wouldn't get as many cuts as the market was hoping for. Is there a risk that that happens this time around again?
I think there's that risk, Danny, but I think the way we would come at it is, where are we in the Fed cycle? I'm not sure that you could even really call this a cycle, but as you know, we've gone 9 months now without a Fed cut. I do think here the messaging is important, and again, I'm going to come back to this point. What I think we really want to see is Fed moving towards neutral, and that's an important starting point that I think the market is discounting, but we're still far away from getting to a point where you would say the Fed is actually accommodative in trying to stimulate activity. So somewhere in here, when you're talking about moving from still modestly restrictive, which Chairman Powell has mentioned, going back to Jackson Hole, to something more neutral, that's still setting you up for a little bit of economic sensitivity, right? And so we just have to be aware that this path from restrictive to neutral is different than from neutral to accommodative in terms of how the market begins to price in ultimate recovery.
Scott, you have been, among other things in your career, really a pioneer in the ETF space. And I wonder which ETFs or which areas you like right now. One of the things President Trump has been, one of the reasons President Trump has been pushing for rate cuts is that he wants to reinvigorate the housing market, wake it up. Do you think that is, for example, a possibility? Has the market priced that in already?
I don't think the market's fully priced that in, Matt, because we're talking about Fed funds, which is a far cry from where mortgage rates are, right? And so part of the issue here, and this is sort of a city house view, is that you're going to get Fed rate cuts, Let's say in our view, it's 5 consecutive 25 basis point cuts between this week and next spring. But that's still against a backdrop where the rate curve is expected to remain steep. So getting from lower Fed funds rates to a more stimulative mortgage rate circumstance is a little bit less visible right now. The market's begun to price in expectations that's going to happen, but that's going to take more time. That's going to take more time. The what if work we've done on this is that when you get Fed rate cuts associated with a steeper curve but more negative economic conditions, that actually sets up better for the home builders because you get more quickly to that expectation of rate relief and recovery out the other side. We're not there right now. So this broadening play into traditional rate sensitives, I think it's going to take a little bit more time. It's not going to be a first Fed rate cut. It's going to take that second, third, maybe fourth or fifth cuts from this starting point to really begin to give that stimulative effect. And that's sort of an early 26 time frame.
Scott, what do you think about small or mid-cap ETFs? I mean, is something there that you like? Because a lot of people have lost money betting on the littler companies, and as the big mega cap tech stocks power this rally. But I know that you're partial to S-mids.
Yeah, so Matt, you mentioned earlier in the last question, and what do you think from an ETF lens? And so what's happened in this market is that the small mid-cap space is really interesting. It's typically, from a trading perspective, via the ETFs, viewed as your risk-on, risk-off, but more importantly, economic sensitive risk-on, risk-off trading vehicle. So when you watch the small cap action right now and you see the rally that we've seen in recent weeks in anticipation of potentially a more stimulative Fed, that's where this discussion goes. Small cap really, really likes an early cycle condition where you come off of, let's call it a weaker economic circumstance, and you get Fed accommodation, and then out the other side is a more aggressive fundamental re-rating. We're not there yet with SMID, but what you do have is a more attractive absolute and relative valuation setup. So legging into SMID here, small cap in particular, makes a lot of sense from our perspective. But in terms of that Costa's clear call, we think that's probably a second, third rate cut discussion later in the year.
Scott, you just saying this has me thinking about financial conditions. If you're getting a more stimulative Fed, you're going to get tax refunds from the one big beautiful bill. And on top of that, we already saw stronger than expected retail sales. And as Matt Klein over at the Overshoot has been pointing out, this is an American consumer, an American household that has enormous financial firepower at their disposal right now. If conditions loosen further, what does that do to this market? What sort of sugar rush could we get?
Like Danny, I think we're sort of in sugar rush mode. I think I mentioned this earlier. If you look at the move we've had since the Iran bombing, which is 3 months ago now, it's crazy. But you've seen a 10-11% S&P move. You've seen volatility metrics, whether it's for the stock market via the VIX or the RVX, crude, currency, interest rates, volatility's come down.
That's exhausted my patience for this. All right, Citibank, of course, Scott Chornert, however you pronounce his last name. Talking about, of course, the Fed meeting tomorrow. Again, guys, 1 day away from potential big moves, and then 2 days away from more ETFs being listed. The big ones, of course, being, XRP and Doge in 2 days. Let's see what else we got going on the roundup. CNBC Fox reacting to the markets this morning.
I actually had reported on Thursday/Friday. It could be as soon as this week.
Yeah,
not clear that's going to be the case. You can see Warner Brothers shares are taking a bit of a tumble on that as well, but also down because of a downgrade from Cowen. And it's something for people to keep in mind because it is valid to point out with this incredible accretion of value over the last few trading days, this thing's trading at about 10 times next year's EBITDA. And remember, they have a lot of cable networks, which really are probably valued around 4 times.
Okay, all right, let's move on. They own Cox, don't they? Cox Network. Cox! Everyone hates Cox. All right, from what I heard anyway. I've never had it. Okay, let's get back.
What are you, stupid?
Yes. Let's take a look at Fox Business, and then we'll catch up in the chat. They are on break every time. We always miss them every time, which is fine. They're more political news network anyway. All right, so let's see what we got in the chat. Yes, Tiny Mouse says, is it such a good chat day today, Cody? CIA says, yeah, Tiny Mouse. Oh, damn you. I knew it was you. It was you. You're a mole, not a mouse. What else is this? Like number 6 says, Super Danny. Guys, don't forget to hit the like and sub in the chat down below. We're trying to get to 1,000 subs. We're almost there. We're within 100 and something now. I'm not sure exactly where we are at the current moment. Probably 110. And then we get to that 1,000, that legendary mythical 1,000 when we're finally prove to YouTube that we exist. It's a good day, guys. Cody says, good morning, Tiny Mouse. Yes. And don't forget again, thanks again, Danny, calling everyone out to hit that like and subscribe, guys. We have 25 watchers right now. Do we have the likes up to the watchers? I don't think so. Hit those likes, guys. Hit those likes. Yes, Cody, of course, ringing the bell this morning with us. And Tiny Mouse saying, I take the CIA, the NSA hype, as a compliment. But the truth is neither one of us are that interesting. yeah, right now, at this current moment. You never know what's going to happen in the future. Just like, what happened a few weeks ago. Someone just got thrown over there notoriously. You never know what could happen. Who knows? I could jump out there and make a, I don't know, start interviewing people in public and get a little viral or something. And you just never know what happens, of course. One of us could always make it or break it, right? Okay, and you could be a CIA agent. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, jeez. You're just a crazy little mouse on YouTube. Okay, let's see what else we got going on. Some of the headlines today. Let's look at CNBC. Let's look at Fox Business headlines. And then we're going to, of course, look at the crypto news. We got about 15 minutes to get that out of the oven. So about 10 a.m., of course, we check out the crypto news. CNBC right now, Besant sees a trade deal likely with China before November deadline on reciprocal tariffs. He's been back and forth with China, so he definitely knows there's something at least like on the horizon with China. And again, President Xi is going to meet with President Trump. He's flying out there on Friday. SP 500 takes higher as a fresh record as Fed meeting begins. Begins not like tomorrow. What the hell? Begins. All right. So this is an update from CNBC. Broad market index traded 0.1% higher, hitting a high of 6,624. Actually, it was even higher than that. It was like 6,680 when we started opening. Let's see what else we got. It's old news. TikTok deal to include new investors with a ByteDance and Oracle to keep cloud agreement, sources say. That's why they're popping off in the morning open. We still haven't got that Web3 deal news yet around TikTok. The original rumors from last year were that Polkadot was going to be settling with TikTok on the Web3 application to power the new US version of TikTok. Again, not financial advice, just a point just telling you about what history has shown us in the past. Market track record is stellar when Fed rate cuts with what? The Fed cuts rates with the S&P 500 near record high. Investors with ByteDance, Oracle to keep cloud agreement. Let's see. Credit scores fall for the second year in a row as more borrowers miss payments. Yes, more doom spending. Let's go. Boom. I love these articles, guys. I love these articles. The national average credit score, which had been steadily increasing over a decade, fell for the second consecutive year, according to the new report from FICO. Increases in credit card utilization and missed payments, as well as the resumption of student loan delinquency reporting, all took a toll. However, not all borrowers are struggling. The national average credit score, which had a steadily increased for over a decade now, fell for a second year in a row. According to the new report from FICO, a developer of one of his scores most widely used by lenders, the average score is now 715, down from 717. Mine's even lower than that now. 718 in 2023. FICO scores range between 300 and 850. That's a huge range. High interest rates and higher prices have been dragging on so many Americans' financial standing. Consumers overall are falling deeper into debt, causing an increase in credit card balances, an increase of missed payments. FICO found that they contributed to the average score decline. I'm not surprised the credit scores are slipping, said Matt Schultz, chief credit analyst at LendingTree. Millions of Americans are struggling mightily. Who the hell uses that word? Mightily. Struggling increasingly in the face of stubborn inflation. High interest rates, a difficult job market, and overall economic uncertainty and tough times often force tough decisions. A lot of course, people are spending now with the buy now pay later models like Klarna and Affirm. Student loan delinquencies are a key factor. The resumption of federal student loan delinquency reporting on consumers' credit was another significant contributing factor to declining scores, according to FICO. In a March report, the Federal Reserve Bank of New York warned that the student loan borrowers who are late on their payments would experience significant drops in their credit scores. I'm still surprised how there's still a lot of people with the student loans into their 30s and 40s. I have a lot of friends that still have student loans. I personally don't. I mean, depending on how much you really drag that up, I don't know. You gotta make a stand at some point, right? You don't want that all over your head your entire life. This is, of course, one of the reasons why we're in crypto, for financial freedom. Get these chains off us, man. What the hell? Get these chains off. We don't want to be a slave to fiat forever. All right. So most of the U.S. adults want to be their own boss. These 3 expert endorsed tips can help. Opinion pieces there. Anything else we have here? Trump Fed pressure campaign will lead to higher inflation, weaker growth, according to CNBC survey. Ooh, oh, geez. Man, there's a lot of doom this morning on CNBC. Trump's Fed actions are designed to limit or eliminate the central bank independence, according to 82% of correspondents to the September CNBC Fed survey. Of course, we would all love to see the Fed end. Survey shows that 68% think the president's actions will put upward pressure on inflation, and 57% say it will result in higher unemployment, and 54% see a lower economic growth. Now, that's the thing. I think most Americans or most world participants don't really see the big picture, right? The big picture is not all of this is due to policy change. A lot of this is also due to just the growing economy as large, adapting to AI and robotics. And this is also going to be a huge factor in eliminating all these jobs. So, again, do I have to go into that segment? Oh my God, I'm going to have to do it, guys. It's coming, and no one believes me. Every time I tell my friends and family, no one believes me. I've been shouting from the rooftop for 4 years, telling my friends and family. It's happening, guys. It's happening soon. What am I referring to? Well, let's get into it. I love doing this, guys. All right, here we go. Are you guys ready? All right, guys. If you are if you're ready, if your body's ready, my body's ready. Are you ready? All right, here we go. Boom! Welcome, of course, to the dystopian future, where AI and robots are coming to take your job. If you're a driver, a telemarketer, a lawyer, a data entry clerk, an accountant, a writer, a journalist, a bookkeeper, a receptionist, a bank teller, a travel agent, a factory worker, guys, it's all coming. It's all coming. They're going to take your jobs. You're already on the chopping block. Strawberry Dragons, where are you? I need my example in the chat. Yes, customer service representatives like Strawberry Dragons of all kinds are going to be replaced if they not already at the checkouts. At most stores, things that you can just have the self-checkouts, they're going to be vastly upgraded in the future. And of course, you're already seeing that at fast food windows as you go over to the checkout in the store, and it's just a screen. You don't talk to people anymore. Yes, guys, of course, that doesn't rule out your friends and loved ones, of course, also being replaced in the bedroom by these robots and things. All right, guys. There we go. There's your dystopian future segment for the day. Let's get back to it. Okay. All right, I had a little fun with that one. So again, I think there's a little bit of that hidden in the data that no one's really thinking about. They're just, of course, used to all the macro noise that's legacy macro noise. Like, oh yeah, the interest rates and everyone's running. No one's running the dollars anymore. The treasury bonds are pretty much not a flight to safety anymore. Okay, OpenAI hires former XAI CFO as Altman Musk. Rivalry escalates. for the push for OpenAI versus Grok. Who's going to be number one? Yeah, here are Tuesday's biggest analyst calls. They've got NVIDIA, Apple, Ferrari. Ferrari guys also just announced they're going to be accepting a Bitcoin as payment yesterday. Trump willingness to let TikTok go dark motivated China to make a deal, says Besant. So that's coming out of Besant as of an hour ago. We could dive into that. I don't want to miss some of the talking heads, so let's take a break real quick and get back over there. Let's take a look at Bloomberg and see what's going on right now. All right, we got Trump speaking on the White House lawn.
And a lot of people are saying it, not just me. It's so far the best administration ever formed. You look at our financial people. Our country is making a fortune. We have to keep tariffs because our country has become successful because of tariffs. We have the case in the Supreme Court. That's a very vital case for the success of our country. It's very vital to negotiate with other countries. And remember, other countries charge us tariffs. That's a very, very big case. And if we win that case, our country will be by far the richest country anywhere in the world. And then we can help our people. We'll get rid of debt. We'll get rid of everything. We can help our people, and we can even help other countries where they need it.
Mr. President, narcotics in Venezuela.
It's a bold statement. The richest in the world. I don't know.
President Maduro in Venezuela says that you're getting ready to invade his country. What is his message to him?
Well, I would say this right away. Stop sending Tren de Aragua into the United States. Stop sending drugs into the United States. We knocked off actually 3 boats, not 2, but you saw 2. And the problem is there are very few boats out in the water. There are not a lot of boats out in the water. I can't imagine why. Not even fishing boats. There's nobody. Nobody wants to go take a fish. So it's one of those things. But I would say to him very strongly, stop sending people from your prisons into our country. They're sending their prisoners. They've done that already. So the numbers just came out. Another month with 0 people getting into our country. And these are figures, John, with people like you that would like me to do badly. Nobody has ever done on the border like I've done.
Oh, the Dixie just fell from 97 this morning. Yes, let's go.
He's going to have to get going and make a deal. He's going to have to make a deal. Zelensky's going to have to make a deal. And Europe has to stop buying oil from Russia. Okay?
Got a tiny update on Zelensky.
They have to stop buying oil from Russia.
Mr. President, there are some concerns.
Just a mention.
Regarded to be the wealthiest man who's ever occupied the White House. How much wealthier are you now than when you returned to the White House?
Well, I don't know. The deals I made, for the most part, other than what my kids are doing, they're running my business. But most of the deals that I've made were made before. And that's what I've done for a life. I built buildings. Like I'm building a building here. You know where I built? You know what? You see that area? Yeah. That is going to be the greatest ballroom anywhere in the world. And for 150, so it gives me pleasure to do it for the country. And I'm paying for it. I'm paying for it. The country is not, and that's an expensive ballroom. I think it'll cost $250 million. And
Trump's paying for the ballroom personally? What?
I think the finest ballroom. So for 150 years, John, do you know this? They've wanted a ballroom. And now they're going to finally have it. And it's going to knock your socks off.
But is it appropriate, President Trump, that a president in office should be engaged in so much business activity?
Well, I'm really not. My kids are running the business. I'm here. You know what the activity, where are you from?
I'm from the Australian Broadcasting Corporation, Paul Cornyn's program.
Well, the Australians, you're hurting Australia, right? In my opinion, you are hurting Australia very much right now. And they want to get along with me. You know, your leader is coming over to see me very soon. I'm going to tell him about you. You set a very bad tone.
Well,
go ahead, John.
Maybe you
can set a nicer tone.
When the UAE does a deal, what does it want in return?
Quiet.
Mr. President, what are you hearing about the operation in Gaza, the Israeli operation? Are you concerned?
Well, I'm hearing that they want to go in, and I'm also hearing that Hamas wants to take our 20 hostages plus dead bodies. You know, they have about 32 of them, and they want to put them in the way of any attack. And nobody's happy about that situation. It came out yesterday. I'm sure you saw that. They want to, supposedly they've taken the hostage out of deep caves and tunnels, and they're bringing them, putting them on the front line. Nobody's heard of that one for a few centuries.
You saw that the UN said that Israel is guilty of genocide, that they've committed acts of genocide in Gaza.
They voted on that?
New report out saying multiple acts of genocide.
When it comes to a vote, we'll see what happens. That'll come to a vote, but we'll see what happens.
And what do you make Pam Bondi saying she's going to go after hate speech? Is that, I mean, a lot of your allies say hate speech is free speech.
You'll probably go after people like you because you treat me so unfairly. You have a lot of hate in your heart. Maybe they'll come after ABC. Well, ABC paid me $16 million recently for a form of hate speech, right? Your company paid me $16 million for a form of hate speech. So maybe they'll have to go after you. Look, we want everything to be fair. It hasn't been fair. And the radical left has done tremendous damage to the country. But we're fixing it. We have right now the hottest country anywhere in the world. And remember, 1 year ago, our country was dead. And now Washington, D.C. is fixed, and I fixed it. The mayor was fine. The mayor was just fine, okay? The mayor had a sick city for many years. He's been mayor for many years. The one that fixed it was me and my people, and it is so safe. You should take your beautiful wife tonight and have dinner down there. You won't be shot. You won't be accosted. You won't even be looked at incorrectly by anybody. Washington, D.C. is safe. Now we're going to Memphis, where it's pretty rough, to put it mildly. And then we're going to have to go. A friend of mine who is a big railroader.
Got to go back to Chicago, man.
He knows every city. He said, sir, you have to save Chicago. So I'm going to go to Chicago early against Pritzker.
I don't know if you guys saw the riots earlier this,
I
guess over the weekend.
He'd say, please come in. So last week, over the last week and a half, 11 people in Chicago were killed, murdered, and 38 were shot. And then Pritzker, and by the way, this is going on constantly. If they lose less than 6 or 7 people a week with murder, they're doing a great job in their opinion. Chicago is a death trap. And I'm going to make it just like I did with D.C., just like I'll do with Memphis. Now, remember this. So a man comes into my office, one of the biggest businessmen. I'll tell you, he runs Union Pacific. Is that big? Biggest railroad in the world, I guess. And he started off as a railroader. He was running a railroad, a little caboose. He was in a caboose. Now he runs the whole damn thing. 45 years ago, he started off in a caboose. I don't know what that's all about. And he became the top, so that's a good place to start. But he came in, he knows the country intimately. He's looking to do a merger by another railroad, the one that had the little problem in East Palestine, right? And they want to buy that railroad, as you know. It's pretty public. But I sat with him and I talked. I said, so you know every city? Yes, sir. I go into every city, and I have for 45 years. I said, where would you go next? He said, St. Louis is in big trouble. He said, but Chicago is a great city. You can save Chicago, sir. Don't let Chicago die. This is a guy telling me with great knowledge and stuff.
So pretty much confirmed he's going to go to Chicago next.
Sir. It's dying. Don't let it die. I'm going to Chicago next.
The UAE.
There it is. He said it.
What do you think they want when you do a deal with
Well, I just want something to happen, whether it's federal, state. Most likely, it's going to be state. The question is whether or not we overlap with a federal judge. So they're looking at that. But the state is very competent. The governor's doing a very good job. As you know, they have the death penalty. It's a tough death penalty, too, as you know. But they have the death penalty. So as to whether or not we judge, we will be working with them. We may or may not be able to judge.
And when it comes to the governor of Utah, what do you make of his overall message of nonviolence?
Well, I agree with it. I agree 100%. But most of the violence is on the left.
He said that social media is a cancer.
What?
Do you agree with that? The Utah governor said that social media is a cancer and more people should log off and take their time away.
Well, it's not a cancer in all respects. In some respects, it's great. But there are segments. There are deep, dark holes.
President Trump there speaking to reporters a little bit earlier as he heads to the UK to visit with King Charles. He touched on as many subjects as you would imagine he did, from Israel and Hamas to Zelensky and Putin. He made some headlines here. We thought or only had read about so far 2 Venezuelan boats that the U.S. Forces bombed out of the water. He says they've actually bombed 3 Venezuelan boats.
We missed that.
He actually claims that the U.S. has now taken in trillions, with a T he specified, from tariffs thus far. But at least from Treasury Department data, I see a much smaller number.
Yeah, the latest data over the past first 11 months of the fiscal year, tariff revenue was about $172 billion, so a significant less amount than trillion with a T. The other news item he perhaps made is that the Australian Prime Minister is coming to visit soon, talking to an Australian reporter too. He also talked about geopolitics, that Zelensky and Putin hate each other.
That's what I was waiting
oil, and they've got to stop immediately. Not
yeah,
fair
but
to
she's still
us.
answering questions.
They're
exactly.
purchasing Russian oil, and we have to, do things. Now, the nice part, it doesn't cost us anything anymore. You know that. Yeah. They are buying everything from us, unlike Biden, who gave away $350 billion. We actually make money, but I don't want to make money. You know what I want? I want that war to stop, because last week, 7,018 people got killed. Thank you.
That's true. That's crazy. Jesus, 7,000 people. All right. I think we've already pretty much exhausted everything out of Trump. This is still going over some of the stuff we may have missed at the very beginning of that. But yeah, so mostly same kind of rhetoric. He wants to stop the war effort in Ukraine. And he's going to do that by means of oil, I guess. All right, so let's get back into it, guys. I do have to cover, of course, we didn't get into some of the metrics earlier. I want to catch back on the chat. Shilly, King of Ohio is dropping by. How's it going, my man? Hope you're enjoying your vacation. The King of Ohio, guys, bless us with his presence this morning, reminding me to shill harder. Where is it? What the hell? How do I lose a freaking floppy disk? It's... Seriously, okay. Oh, here it is. The King of Ohio blesses us with his presence. And yes, guys, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. Long live the King, Jake the Snake, the King of Ohio. The man in the lizard suit, sitting on the lead pipe throne, demands it, guys. Hit the like and subscribe. Trying to get to 1,000 subs. We're almost there. Got all the superpowers unlocked on the channel, and we can grow further. All right, let's go. So what else we have here? Yes, he's leaving with Melania now. Okay, let's get back to the chat and catch up with you guys. Oh, Tiny Mouse, yes, Tiny Mouse. Joy, how's it going? Good morning. Happy Joy. Yes, Tiny Mouse, hi. Yes, happy Joy. Indeed, says Joy. Crypto JPEG says, damn, dumping a bit this morning. Let's take a look at that. Yes, Tiny Mouse, happy Joy. Good morning again, everyone. Nobody builds a building like I do, says Alec. Of course, we're going to build the biggest ballroom. I'm going to pay for it. Don't worry. Trump this morning, of course, saying Trump things. Freedom, says Danny, right out the gate. Boom, freedom. Yes, chaos and financial freedom, guys, every single day. Morning chaos, Strawberry Dragons. Where were you this morning when I was using you as an example? Always happy to see you, as always. Our favorite flavor of dragon on the channel, strawberry. Just like my yeah, I'm not gonna do that. Okay, Danny says, LOL, your leader is coming over. Let me talk shit about you. Of course, Danny referring to, the Australian reporter there. And he's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna say bad things about you. You're disgracing your country. And then he also told him to proceed to be quiet. You be quiet. Oh man, the world's the strongest leader. Oh, geez, crazy. Tiny Mouse says, Danny, he's wild. A billionaire will never care about we the people. But I have the narcissism is so strong that he fears failure for us Americans while in office. Yeah, narcissism is definitely one of his strongest, I guess, features or traits for helping America. Let the narcissism work for you, America, says Tiny Mouse. Yeah, I guess that could work. King of Ohio says, the Venezuelan mule boats are so dangerous, they keep exploding randomly. My God, yeah, it's unfortunate. Tiny Mouse says, ha, Ohio in the house. Ohio, yes, King of Ohio. Good morning. I just hope that we don't have refugees or anything like that on those boats that are blown out of the water. I'm assuming they're doing their due diligence and research before, of course, letting loose those missiles or drone strikes. Tiny Modest Mouse says the King of Ohio. All right, guys, let's get back into it. Let's get into some metrics overall in the markets right now. How are we feeling? Let's take a look back at Bitcoin, of course, on the price chart. If you guys missed us opening the market, of course, yeah, boom, winning, winning.
So much
Calling the baseline target 100% on top of it. Who else can do that, guys? I don't know. And we just, of course, do most of our TA via psychology of the markets. Sitting at 115.2 right now, having a little bit of a fall down in the morning open. Look at this giant wick, though. Look at this giant wick. Down to 114.7 and wick right back up to 115 solid. We seen a similar wick last night as well. Right around midnight, we saw this here, also falling down to the same sort of level, a little lower today though. But pretty much the wick is actually, yeah, I'm pretty much rebounded the exact same spot. Doesn't look like they want to push us even lower than 114.9, 115. We cannot lose 115 flat right now. Again, pretty bullish going into the Fed, but I want to see us break a little lower maybe. I'm telling you, I'm a weird one, I know. I want to see Bitcoin decline a little bit before the market opens, so we're not as disappointed with a more overreaction and a sell-off after that meeting. I just want a little bit more of a buffer, right? Just like when you're driving down the road, think of it like this. You're driving down the road and you have one car length in front of you, someone, stops, you're going to jackrabbit into them, you're going to pretty much smash into them, right? Or if you have 2 or 3 car lengths, you got a little bit more of a buffer, right? There's a bit of a cushion there. You have plenty of room to go. And that's kind of what I'm hoping for before the Fed meeting tomorrow. Again, we'll get more into that tonight. We'll see how the markets react into the intraday trading. Right now it's 10 o'clock, so we do have to get over into crypto news. But before we do that, I don't want to just go over some basic metrics here. Right now we're looking at neutral for the crypto markets according to coinmarketdap.com. So we usually a little more bullish than CoinTree. We'll take a look at that as well. Market cap for Bitcoin, for total crypto right now sitting at just below 4 trillion. Again, before the Fed rate, I'd love to see this go a little lower, maybe even as low as 3.9 flat or maybe 3.89. I'd be welcome to that as well. Before tomorrow. Again, before tomorrow. That way we can get a little bit more, a bit more frothy after the meeting. Okay, let's get into in general. Let's look at crypto bubbles. Crypto bubbles looking pretty good on the day now, starting to come up. I just had this up while Trump was speaking, and we were still mostly in the red, but it's starting to come up now. We're almost a half a point on average on the top 100. Top 200 still has a little bit more to go to break into the green, sitting at negative 0.019%. I'm pretty sure it's going to turn green here in a few minutes. Zbex up 8.4% on the day. Let's go, Zebek. Guys, we covered last night. They had a commercial come out, again, promoting NHL, NBA, fans and purchasing, and I don't know. Tickets, I'm assuming. I didn't pay attention enough. It's sports. My mind just kind of ignores that stuff. Anyway, yeah, so we have 162 in rank right now. Guys, Zebek could get to that cent after the Fed rate decision by the end of the month. I still have it on the chart as a possible play for Zebek. Here we go. Zebek right here. Still kind of on target to make a breakout to if I can get a little further out, I can show you, like to a penny or higher by the end of the month. I would love to see that going into October. Man, October is going to be insane, guys. I cannot wait for October. Bitcoin sitting at 115, or retesting again that key level. Let's take a look at came by the white snow line. Oh yeah, I wanted to mention this too. I'm all over the place today, guys. So Trump also mentioned I want America to be the richest nation in the world. We're quite a ways down from being the richest nation in the world, but we're closer than most, right? Closer than most. And my phone's blowing up. Damn it! I don't know what the hell that is. Whoa! That does not even look. It doesn't even look like an American name. Okay. Anyway, it's probably just a scam call. So yeah, we have Singapore being the #1 richest nation in the world right now. Then we have Luxembourg. We have Macau. Then we have Ireland. Guys, Ireland is doing better than America. Qatar, of course. I was assuming Qatar would have been #1. It is currently not. Then we have Norway, Switzerland. Yeah, those two are always way up there. Brunei, Darussalam. Not sure exactly that nation, but they just surpassed America as of this year, and then America down there as well, putting us in the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, ninth. The ninth. We're about ready to break underneath the top 10 richest nations in the world, and this is pretty interesting too. This actually kind of goes through the paces, how we basically lost a lot of places in the last few years. We're coming up though. Since 2010, we've definitely made some ground, but we did lose 2 or 3 placements in the last 5 years, of course, after COVID. So again, I just wanted to point that out because Trump did mention it, and we have a way to go to become the richest nation in the world. All right. Moving back into that, let's see what else we got. I want to get over some rest of these metrics before we go further. We got to get into crypto news, guys. We're late. We got to get into crypto news. Where is my page? Okay, there we go. Okay, so let's take a look at some crypto news. Boom. Let's jump over to cryptonews.net. Top investor forecasts major rally for Solana. Assets under management climbs to record 4.1 billion. More Solana treasuries coming your way. Ethereum competitor Solana reaches over 6 billion transactions capacity per day. Here are the latest developments on Solana. We can take a look at that, but it's not breaking huge news. Dogecoin ETF coming to Wall Street. Here are 3 altcoins set to rally. I guess it's a Hopium article there, but of course Dogecoin launches, ETF launches from Rex Osprey on Thursday. That's of course the day after the Fed meeting. Also, XRP is lined up to also have its ETF launch this week as well from Rex Osprey. A critical development occurs before the Fed rate decision. Trump's proposed name receives approval. How will it affect the Fed's decision? We'll take a look what the hell they're talking about because they're being super cryptic in this headline. Tomorrow's a critical day for Bitcoin. Okay. Cryptocurrencies and global markets. Fed will announce a September decision tomorrow. While the market is certain for the Fed will cut interest rates, there's speculation that whether that's will be a 50 basis point or 25. So of course, we're looking at 93% chance could be 25% basis point cut. Could trigger the rise of a Bitcoin and altcoins, and as a tense and wait continues. Stephen Moran, known for the closeness of the U.S. President Donald Trump and dominated for the Fed board, received confirmation in the Senate and now is going to be placed on the board for that vote, I believe, tomorrow. In the vote, 48 senators voted for the favor of Moran. It was reported that Steve Moran will attend the Fed's 2-day policy meeting, which will begin on Tuesday, today, after the paperwork is completed and swearing in the ceremony. Okay, that's pretty much the update there. All right. Ethereum's competitor Solana reaches over 6 billion transactions capacity per day. Here are the latest developments on Solana. Pantera Capital, Dan Moorhead announced that the Solana is the largest investment in his fund portfolio with a value of 1.1 billion. Moorhead stated that Solana has outperformed even Bitcoin over the past 4 years. He's not wrong. I mean, he's not wrong. Additionally, Kyle Samani, I mean, the freaking coin was worth like $10 in the bear market. At one point, I bought like 1,000 for nothing. This year, of course, rising back up to near highs. It's still, I don't think it's hit its all-time high yet, which was, what did it? It was like 300 and something. Let's look at the Solana chart while I'm rambling on. Oh man, everyone was, of course, the history of Solana back in the day in the bear market was everyone was counting it out because it was highly affiliated with FTX. They had a lot of money involved in Solana, so people kind of ignored it for a while. Previous all-time high. That's not all-time high. That's not all-time high, is it? Yes. Yes, it is. We did make a new all-time high, did we? Yeah, we did. We did. It was 293, so just shy of $300. Currently sitting at 230 right now. Previous all-time high from 2021 was about 260. All right. Getting back into it, guys. All right, let's get back to it. All right. Additionally, Akawa Samani, chairman of NASDAQ listed Forward Industries, announced that the company plans to deploy new funds to support the Solana-based DeFi ecosystem. General market expectation is that the Fed will cut rates to 25 basis points. However, a surprise 50 basis point could increase volatility. In this scenario, Solana, Bitcoin, Solana ETH pairs could gain traction. Solana was approaching $250 over the weekend. It's currently trading around $235, with a major cryptocurrencies remaining stable against testing new highs. All right. All right. What else we got? What else we got? Come on, give me something big. Uranium IO shakes up uranium market with a launch of real-time price oracle. Solana flashes shooting star warning. LimeWire, yes, back in the news. Acquires Fire FYRE festival. Plans fresh start with a crypto spin. Interesting. So we're gonna have maybe the tickets on the blockchain. CEO of LimeWire, the Decrypt acquisition cost tailored to approximately $230,000. He purchased, of course, LimeWire. He warned that the team plans were still in the infancy to speculate the coming. The plan is to really a property to deeply integrate the LimeWire token into what we're doing with Fire. Zena Mayer told Decrypt, we definitely wanted some kind of redemption for old holders of tickets as well. I think that's something where you could involve crypto or even NFTs for ticket sales for these festivals, it looks like. People remember LimeWire as a popular 2000 peer-to-peer. Okay, we don't want to get into all that history, of course. Using LimeWire back in the early 2000s for peer-to-peer torrenting, streaming, all that stuff. Fidelity announces shocking figures. Bulls will buy nearly half of Bitcoin supply by this date. Damn, Fidelity coming in with another crazy prediction. Of course, if you guys follow me on a regular, I have some crazy predictions on my Bitcoin chart that I've been following since the last bear market. I have everyone's major predictions since there we go, I should have there. And event pins since the beginning of my journey in crypto. If we zoom on out here, you can see the craziness I've been tracking like a madman. This is basically one of those spiderweb things a crazy person puts on their walls, but basically in chart form, I've been tracking everything for Bitcoin that's ever occurred. And since inception, since I've been involved. And then, of course, I got some of your guys' the community predictions as well here on the channel. But if I go even further up, we can find some of the bigger market maker predictions, like JP Morgan predicting $120,000 as of last year. Didn't quite get there, but of course we hit that this year. We have Citibank predicting a $318,000 Bitcoin this year. Again, look it up. They said it. Arthur Hayes calling for $1 million at one point. He might have changed this prediction at one point. By 2026, that's huge. It's crazy. It's ridiculous. Whatever. And then, of course, we have the likes of Kathy Wood and her prediction even further up here after we get through some of these markers to kind of fill in the gaps to see potentially where we could be as we head up towards Fidelity's big one at 2038, a $1 billion prediction. So again, it's not the first time they said crazy stuff like this. Let's take a look and see what their current model is right now. Fidelity announces shocking figure. Bulls will buy nearly half of the Bitcoin supply by this date. While institutional accumulation of Bitcoin occurs, continues to at a rapid pace. Fidelity stated the supply shortage may deepen as institutional adoption increases. At this point, Fidelity Asset Manager says that it's a new report and the long-term Bitcoin holders are hodlers. And institutional companies will own 42% of the total circulating Bitcoin supply by 2032. This is just, what, 6 years away from their $1 billion target for Bitcoin. This is also, again, kind of predicting the worst of the outcomes. Hyperinflation for the US dollar and everything else kind of rolled into that prediction. Just making that very clear for you guys. That's how they get that number. Okay, so yeah, we'll take out of the circulation. Fidelity stated that the approximately 28% of the total Bitcoin supply will effectively disappear from circulation by 2025. The report stated the long-term holders refer to people who have not moved Bitcoin from the wallets for at least 7 years. Addresses that have been dormant for 7 years, and the institutional Bitcoin holding companies will hold over 6 million Bitcoins by the end of this year. Damn. Really? That's insane. This figure represents 28% of Bitcoin's total supply of 21 million. Moreover, 2032, their holdings will reach 8.3 million Bitcoins, corresponding 42% of the circulating supply. Fidelity finally states that the forecast does not include Bitcoin purchased by newly publicly traded companies, adding that supply shortages could even worsen if new companies would also start stockpiling Bitcoin and treasury assets. Analyst says the decrease in Bitcoin circulation will continue to create a supply shock in the market and will have a positive impact on the rise of Bitcoin. This is not investment advice. I'm curious if they actually factored in America and other countries into that mix, because that's a huge narrative that you cannot ignore. All right. So again, let's more Bitcoin accumulation. Speaking of Bitcoin accumulation, let's take a look at CoinGlass real quick and see where we really are at the current moment. Last time we looked at this last night, we're sitting at 2.17 million left on exchanges as we continue to dig deeper and deeper to remove all these from exchanges. Still sitting around the same level this morning. Okay. Moving forward, again, this is ridiculous low levels we have not seen since 2018, I think it was when I looked it up last night. 2018, 2015, something like that. All right, continuing on. Israel claims Iran's Revolutionary Guard holds 1.5 billion in stablecoins. That's ridiculous. Wow. Crypto market today: IMX, Immutable X, Avalanche, Hash rally as a majors trade. Little changed. Avalanche founder adds UK lawmaker Chris Holmes to the board. Abu Dhabi company or QO Group aims to build yield platform for Ripple stablecoin. We got a lot of news as always. We got a lot of news. Paraswap to end PSP utility as Valera rebrand shift governance to VLR token. I'm not sure what's going on with that ecosystem. All right, so there's some of the headlines we got today. Let's take a look back TradFi and see if they're covering anything else related to our space. They're on break right now on Bloomberg, CNBC. I'm going to catch up on the chat here in a second as well. Banks at record highs, says Bank of America. Wow.
Yeah.
You think supervisory gets enough attention in a new chairmanship?
I think it does, because the vice chair of supervision has already been put in place, and they will lean on her, I think, for leadership in that area.
Yeah, they've been excited about that. You know, all the banks have done well, but there is this discrepancy in performance. For instance, Citigroup is up like 40% this year, and Bank of America and Wells Fargo are up 14% this year. So why the difference, and where's the opportunity?
Yep. Citi is still a turnaround story. And when you think about how they've been successful in exiting certain unprofitable businesses, they are very focused on driving profitability, making that company more easily understandable. They're going to be selling off their Mexico. It's working. They're doing a good job in that. They started obviously at a big discount to book and tangible book at the start of the year, so they were a cheaper stock. It's more of a trading stock that investors have had great success with. So the risk on banks are working well, and that's a classic one.
We are entering a period where rates are going to be lowered. We'll spend endless amounts of time talking about just how much in the coming months. But what is going to be the impact on the universe of banks you follow?
Yep, it's a great question, David, because the rate environment is probably one of the best that we've seen in quite some time. If the Fed cuts 50 to 75 basis points over the next 3 to 6 months, the Fed funds rate will be obviously about 3.5%. Long end of the curve could be 4 to 4.5%. To have a steep yield curve with a Fed funds rate above 3%, it's been over 20 years since that. So remember, banks have these low cost deposits, and if you've got a 3% or 3.5% Fed funds rate, you're lending at 6%, and your cost of funding is close to less than 1%. Very profitable for the banks.
Finally, do you think Goldman's run is over?
I don't think it's over, but boy.
All right. So that's the banks are reacting to that. Of course, Bank of America CEO, I'm assuming, or analyst or advisor. I don't know who that is right there. They're not even showing you who that is. At least Bloomberg does that. Okay, let's get back to Fox Business here. I thought it was Scott Bessent there for a second. Trump opened to designate Antifa a terror. Oh, Jesus. Of course, a more political spin on that stuff. All right, guys, let's take a look back at the chat real quick and see what else is going on with you guys here today. It's a good day, guys. It's a good day. The day before the Fed meeting. King of Ohio, of course, shouting out to a Tiny Mouse. Where are you from? Australia? Last I checked, you should have been more concerned with your pet crocodile. What the hell? Tiny Mouse says Australia. JetBlue holiday. Where the spiders are as big as the crocs. What the hell? Nebula Nerd, how's it going? Good morning, Nebs. How's it going, Nebs? I don't think you needed that lube, did you? You didn't. Yes, you're late. You're real late. Tiny Mouse says, never late when you're here, Nebs. We love you, Nebs. Either way, we love you. Somehow, you're always late when it comes to me popping Plan Bs. Like Tic Tacs. What the hell are you talking about, Nebs? Oh, man. You are something else, my guy. Yes, Tic Tacs. Guys, also, daily reminder, guys, to take your orange pills. You take one of these a day. You won't care where Bitcoin's at, 115, 103, 97K at the fire sale at 89. You won't care. If you take one of these orange pills every single day, you will get through it. You will get through it, and your life will be just a lot happier, as you won't have to worry about all the silly nonsense day to day with the fiat system. Now, a pill a day, of course, takes all the fear and FOMO away, as I always say. Yes, Tic Tacs. Speaking of Tic Tacs. Nebs, you are just a little tired. I heard you working overtime last night. Oh, yeah. Master Otaku, what's up? OG Bobbin in the house. How's it going, Bobbin? How's it going? Yes, all the chat was missing you, Ohio. Yes, in the past few streams. They love you, bro. Run! Yeah, we were trying to plot against you last night to take your throne while you're away, just to stir up a little extra chaos. I thought the Queen of Ohio had a good ring to it. So I was trying to convince one of the girls to take it. No dice. Ramona's like a state or two away, so I was like, you can just go over there. You're closer than me. I'm like 2 hours south of you, so you could even get there before I do. All right, so anyway, Nibble Nerd says, on my phone would have not listened to this while I trade. Jesus, oh boy, Debs. Toshi lubed me up strong last night. Holy hell, my God.
What, you stupid?
All right. So guys, we're kind of running out of out of steam right now on the chat and in the on the likes, guys. Where are the likes? Don't forget to hit the likes on the way out, guys. We're trying to get the stream to 1,000 subs, and every single like, of course, pushes that algorithm, pushes us into the main feed for most people. All right, so make sure you hit that like and subscribe. All right, let's see what else we got going on. Crypto bubbles right now. We can chip it up a little more. Going sideways in the top 200. Losing a little bit of ground now. IMX popping off now in some of this news. Yeah, looking like it had a 10% move today. Not too bad. IMX has been sitting around doing nothing here on the year mostly. Down 46% on the year still. What else we got here? Oh, damn, that's juicy actually. That's juicy. Still 66% up in the last 3 months. That's why it hasn't been on our radar. It's still up, pretty much. Most projects are in the top 100. I mean, the last 3 months, everything's up double digits or 3. My God. Picoin, Fartcoin, the coins that basically need to stay down there are the only things really down in the last 3 months. ICP though, Internet Computer, still down there in the top 100. Still down 16% on the month, is it? Yeah, 16% on the month, 9% on the last 3 months. ICP down 44% on the year, so that might be my top pick today in the crypto bubbles. There's a lot of opportunity, it looks like, right there. MYX down 30% again. It just ran. So so again, it's just settling in, right? So it's still settling in. I think right now it's probably ready to go. This just launched a month or so ago. No, when the hell did this damn thing launch? A year or so ago? I don't know. Yeah, MYX might be around for a while. I don't know. I don't know exactly what's going on with that ecosystem. MYX Fanex, I'm assuming it's a DeFi play, like a lot of these coins in here, the top 100. WorldCoin down 12% now, as it just also had a big pump here recently. Any other diamonds in the rough? More than 10%, closer to 20. There's nothing. There's really nothing on the week. On the monthly, Lido's getting close to 20. Uniswap's getting closer to 20. ICP is getting closer to 20. I'm going to say it's probably going to be ICP. If I had DCA, you put a gun to my head right now, and I had to choose one, it would be ICP. It's down almost 20% on the month. Down 9% when everything else is up on the last 3 months. And, down 40%, 44% still on the year. Nothing else has really moved in the past 3 months is down that much, except for maybe like Celestia. Polygon still hasn't really moved too much yet. It has already had a lot of news and a few breakouts, but yeah, Polygon's not a bad place either. It's just not down as much as ICP. I don't know, Polygon. Okay, if I had to pick two, I'd say Polygon, ICP in the top 100. All right, let's move on to the top 200. See what's going on here. It's probably going to be the same as yesterday. Probably Jasmine and Zebek. For me, Jasmine's still down about 16% on the month. One of my favorite coins to DCA into. I think it's going to do well, especially with Japan also, again, cutting their crypto taxes laws down from 50% capital gains to 20%. to 20. That's huge. It's a very investable market. Okay, what else we have? Kita still down 32%. It's a relatively new coin. I don't know. XCN still on 13% on the month. And where's Zubek? Oh, Zubek's probably not one to. Probably not a good one anymore. Yeah, because it's already pumped quite a bit in the last 24 hours. It's up, I think, 10% still on the day. Close, 7% on the day. One of the big movers on the day. The biggest mover in the top 200 right now. All right, so my top pick is gonna be Jasmine. Damn it, guys, this is tough. This is tough. If I was gonna DCA right now, I'll just stick with my guns. Jasmine and XCN. I like them moving together. DC opportunity into both of them at the same time would give me another opportunity for a swing trade in the future. So yeah, XCN, Jasmine. Even though XCN's only down 13%, I think it's a good place to be buying up some of those coins. So those are my top two in the top 100. It's going to be ICP and Polygon. And top 200 is going to be Jasmine and XCN. Again, not financial advice. This is what I would do with my money.
I'd buy that for $1.
Yes, that's what I would buy. All right, guys. So right now it's 10:30. Let's see if we can do another roundup of news and see what's going on. Check back in the chat, and we might call it. I don't think we're going to get that congressional hearing from Saylor and all the other crypto bros at the White House today at the Crypto Roundtable. I think that's going to be a closed-door event like last time. I was hoping to get some of that live coverage. That would have been awesome. Markets braced for the first rate cut of 2025. Yes, of course, that's what everyone's talking about this morning. Everyone's excited. Everyone's frothy. But crypto's not quite there yet. Stock markets definitely are. Let's see what gold, silver, and the stock markets are doing right now. Let's get back over here. I gotta get these. Oh my gosh, I gotta get this cleaned off of here. Yeah, event pins, predictions. Okay, all right. Let's get that back to normal. Back into 15 minutes. Oh my gosh, if I can get the chart back, I can see the damn thing. I'm so zoomed out. I'm in the millions right now. We'll get there eventually, guys. It'll get there eventually. You wait. All right. Okay, there we go. Okay, so we're gonna get back to. Let's take a look at gold, sitting at all-time highs right now. Basically, down a little bit from the top. 3,700 is the current top, sitting right now at 3,695 before the Fed market Fed rate decision. Silver sitting at 42, again near all-time highs, about $1 now, about 30 cents away from its all-time high. We got the S&P 500 sitting at 6,600, again $30 away from its previous all-time high. Nasdaq falling a little bit here, rolling over from its all-time high of 97.5, currently sitting about $5 away from it. And the Dixie, of course, falling down further. Let's go! Send it! Love it. Yeah, Dixie rolling over to 96.7 on the day. Let's take a look. What does that look like on the overall year-to-date chart? I love looking at it. I'm telling you guys, it's my favorite thing to look at in the morning. DXY rolling over 96. Can we get back down to 95? This is one of the lowest levels we've seen all year, guys. Just a reminder, one of the lowest levels we've seen all year. Year-to-date, here it is, rolling from the top. 110 we opened the year up basically at, looking like a strong dollar at the backs of a new presidential win for Donald Trump. And then we rolled this on over after tariffs and everything announced, and yada, 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 all the things that happened this year. Creating basically a huge investing environment for risk on assets. The lowest we've had so far this year was 96.82, roughly on 96.7. That's about the lowest we've had all year. Right now, looking at 96.79. We could break a new low if you haven't already. Let's zoom on in here and see how the cliff is hanging on. 97, yeah, 96.8, 96.7. Come on, let's go for a lower Dixie. Risk on assets, we're going to go crazy tomorrow, guys. Crazy if this continues to sell off. And again, don't forget, a lot of these countries are sending back a lot of their U.S. Treasury bonds, like China just did a few months ago, or was it 2 months ago? They just sold off like $8 billion of U.S. Treasury bonds. Yeah, it's a different world we live in today. Interesting. Yeah, let's take a look at crypto fear and greed before we go. 52 in neutral. And we got stock markets right now coming at 58 in greed. Still hanging on there, 58. Come on. Yes, frothy, 58. Not quite in super greed, extreme greed, but yeah, we're still starting off this into greed for tomorrow. Okay, one more run through the news to make sure we don't miss anything big. Saudi Arabia said to explore AI deals with private equity firms, one of the largest nations investing in AI. Yeah, we also got a glimpse of their of the Middle East's AI plans when Trump was doing his tour earlier this year. Let's take a look at CNBC. They're on break. Let's look at Fox Business. They're talking about Fetterman. Oh wow, they got Fetterman. Do they have him in here? Stop comparing Trump to Hitler. Wow, this is coming from a liberal party member, a Democratic Party member.
Isn't going to get anybody anywhere.
Getting more moderate every single day. It seems like Fetterman is again representative of Pennsylvania.
All backgrounds, all ages,
Fetterman the better man.
Where people are saying
That's what
this
I call
feels
it, anyway.
logical. I watched somebody be murdered on television, murdered on video. I don't want that anymore.
And it feels better. It feels better for not only the politicians inside the Beltway, but for all of us who have.
All right, I want to skip the political stuff, but yeah, it is the world we lived in today. I just still can't believe that happened last week, guys. It's shocking. It really is shocking. We all watched an innocent man get murdered on live TV. It's insane. I cannot believe it. I can't believe I'm even saying it. It's ridiculous. All right, let's continue on forward. Oh yeah, round up real quick. Let's take a look at some crypto news. Make sure nothing else is loading. We haven't covered yet. Ex-Goldman Sachs chief strategist warns of a bigger concern for stocks as equity market has less margin for error. We can take a look at that because there's some more doom there. Altcoin goes parabolic after Binance and top crypto exchanges in Korea announced surprise trading support. Banking giant UBS may attempt to avoid regulations by moving businesses to U.S. Damn, people are actually coming back to America. Isn't that insane? If you guys would have said this, if someone would have said this last year, I would have been like, you guys are crazy. Crypto regulation is insane here in America. You don't want to come back here. Of course, it's a different world today. Analyst who nailed the 2021 Bitcoin top predicts imminent Bitcoin fireworks with all new all-time highs for altcoins. Who are they referring to there? That's what I want to know. Pseudonymous analyst Dave the Wave tells 152,000 followers on social media platform X that Bitcoin appears to be grinding higher within ascending channel on the daily chart to en route to its all-time highs above 124,000. Dave the Wave, we've covered him a few times here on the channel. But yeah, he's basically calling for total 2. It's an opinion piece again. Not all TA is equal, right? According to Dave the Wave, total 2 appears to be preparing to break out to new all-time highs. A rally towards a target to about 3.2 trillion. Breaking new all-time highs for Bitcoin at 3.2 trillion. What would that take Bitcoin's price to if hypothetically that were to play out? Let's take a look at coin perspective to give us an perspective on what that would look like for Bitcoin sitting at $3.2 trillion. Roughly around this market cap would be about $165,000 Bitcoin. All right, loading. Okay, moving on. And again, we were looking at this big breakout on the chart. See if it's been invalidated yet. It's been a while since we took a look at this narrative. Come on, go back out to the weekly chart. This right here is what we're looking at from all the way back in April to now. Do I go even further? Jesus, do I got to go all the way to maybe really the monthly? The monthly, yeah. Oh my gosh, that's not Bitcoin. Like, what the hell is going on there? There we go. Let's take a look at the weekly here. This is what we're looking at. Maybe on the daily. Where is it? There it is. Big giant cup and handle forming, right? Again, if this plays out, boom, like something like this, the leg upward. I think I still have it here, right? No, it's a different one. I'm not sure where that came from. The leg upward. Come on, let me. What the hell? What the freak is this? I can't alter that damn thing. There we go. The leg up would take us somewhere between 137, 100. Last time I did this, I think I sworn it was 143. 143,000. Yeah, I guess it's 137, right? from the leg up to the top of that channel. 130, 138, 137, something like that. On the big breakout. Again, it's loading. potentially. Setting us up for, of course, 167, 165. That idea is kind of out there for the end of the year. I could see it. It's plausible. All right. Moving back to, that opinion piece there. Let's go ahead and get into this here. Altcoin goes parabolic after Binance and top crypto exchanges in Korea announced surprising trading support. This is Avantis. So if you guys caught the live stream yesterday, we were, of course, covering that. Avantis. Where's that doing this morning? I didn't see it on the bubbles this morning. Avantis. There it is. Sitting at 201 now after a huge breakout. 400% up on the week on Avantis. So yeah, down 17% now on the day. Again, finding its level of support, right? So it could come back down to 80 cents here, up from again 20 cents earlier in the week, guys. 20 cents. So again, it's going to find its bearings and maybe settle somewhere. It allegedly could have found it already. I don't know. Again, I have to look at the chart and analyze it, but Avantis is still popping off and doing amazing this week. Okay, all right, guys, that might be all I got for you. Let's see if there's anything else breaking. Let's take a look at Cointelegraph real quick before we go. EU crypto regulation tested on France waives passporting block. XRP rally stalls with $3 fake out as big investors continue to sell. Crypto markets prepare for Fed rate cut. That's pretty much everything we've already covered. Bitcoin growth engine, yada yada. Swiss banks complete first blockchain-based legally binding payment. That came out an hour ago in Switzerland. Yeah, I guess that's it. Guys. All right, so I'm gonna call that for the live, guys. We do have again the crypto roundtable happening today at some point. Look out for some of the headlines on that, but we're probably not gonna get any cameras behind the scenes there. So stay safe. Don't do anything stupid for the bull run, right?
Are you stupid?
I gotta go. I gotta go run a mile or two, and then I'm gonna check out some other errands I gotta run today as well. All right, guys, I'll catch you guys later. Have a good one. Yes, Bob and everyone else in the chat, thanks again for coming out this morning and participating with us. Have a great day, and we'll see you tonight at 8 p.m. when we cover the foreign market open. Have a good one, guys. Have a good one. Peace.
Fly me to the moon, let me trade among giants. Let me see what freedom's like without money and gold bars. In other words, hold my king. Oh! In other words, let's make history. Fill my world with more coins and let me huddle forever more and more and more and more and more. I long for Hollywood talking and door. Whenever I shoot you, I love you.
Oh boy, yes. Yeah, to the late Charlie Kirk, guys. To the late Charlie Kirk. My wishes go out to his family. The Kirk was the modern day Abe Lincoln, saying Tiny Mouse. Truly sad and disgusting that occurred last week. I still can't believe it, guys. It's unreal. I love you, buddy. I love you too, Nebs. I love you too. We'll, of course, catch you again tonight. Have a good one, guys, and I'll see you soon. It's coming, guys.
When will then be now? Soon.